What is up, guys? Today I wanted to make an updated video on the ROG Phone 3. It's been about 2 months since we unboxed this phone. I'm still super impressed with this phone. So I just wanted to talk about it, just using it off and on and stuff like that. So one of the things I was waiting for with this phone was the Android 11 update, and we still have not gotten that update. And they released a whole new phone, the ROG Phone 5, I believe, and we still haven't gotten that update. It's still on Android 10. Which is something that was one of my main things with ASUS, is how good are they at pushing out software updates. So I don't know what's going on, but that's one thing that I was like, my V60 got Android 11 before this phone did, which is crazy. But this phone is still extremely fast after all the other phones that I've tested, and it's got everything to do with this 144 hertz display, as you can see with the screen flickering. Yeah, this display is just crazy fast. It just makes everything feel extremely smooth. So it's an AMOLED 6.59 inch display, 1080p 391 for the PPI. It's a very nice panel as far as colors. There's also no notch. If you're wondering why there's so much bezel, it's because you have those stereo speakers, which I'll talk about. But yeah, color wise and just the 144 hertz, when you're just swiping and just going through everything, the Google Now page, you're bouncing in and out of applications, Instagram, everything just feels extremely fast. This is still, to me, the fastest phone that I have used till this day. So I don't think I personally tested a phone that's felt faster than this phone, which is crazy. So I'm really impressed with just how this phone maintains speed. And you usually don't really see a lot of hiccups with this phone at all, and mostly because I think it's got the Android 10, pretty much the pure experience on here. ASUS is not really doing a lot as far as software with this phone, so they don't really have their own like skin on it, or they do have a couple of things, but I wouldn't technically call this a skin. It's like Motorola, so they have the little stuff that they put in there feature wise, but it's pretty much giving you a stock Android feel on this phone, which is something that I really like. And I think one of the main things is for this phone is just the RGB light on here. It's just really cool. If you're out eating, you just put the phone down. Let me turn the lights off. You put the phone down and look at that. Like, not a lot of phones do that. You pull out your phone and it starts going crazy with the RGB. It's really cool. You can also set it to be still on each color, or you can have it like bouncing really fast. Yeah, I just really love the RGB thing. And the design on this phone is also still really good looking as well. It has that gamer feel to it. So I feel like if you're a gamer, then this will be just a really nice addition to match your gaming setup, if you got all of your RGB lights going and everything. So this is just a really cool phone to sort of flex on people with. I just think this is still really awesome. Yeah, as far as the features and everything, my favorite thing about this phone is still the stereo speakers. I think the stereo speakers are just amazing sounding. This is like the go-to phone if you want to compare it to another phone speaker. Like, when I say the quality is super crisp and clear on this thing, it is crazy. And it's not just for like listening to music and stuff like that. When you're watching movies, YouTube videos, whatever, it is just excellent. The bass quality, mids, everything is just awesome. And it just is an awesome experience because you have two front-facing speakers, so you can't really block the speakers. Also, another thing that I want to throw out there is that this phone gets pretty hot when charging, so it's fine for me with gaming and stuff like that. I've never had an issue with like the phone getting hot with gaming, but as far as like charging and using your phone, this phone does get like pretty hot. So that's one thing that I have to notice. Is it uncomfortable to the touch? Actually, yeah, if it got really hot on me. So ASUS has addressed this, and most people don't notice because 9 times out of 10 you're gonna have a case on your phone anyway. I just use the phone how it is, but 9 times out of 10 I would have a case on this phone. But just know that if you're thinking about using the phone without a case, it does get really hot. Now when I'm gaming, it does not get hot, but it's just when it's on the charger for some reason. So that was one thing that I noticed. Now, of course, this phone is still an excellent gaming phone. Now, I'm not a huge mobile gamer. Call of Duty Mobile is probably the only game that I really play. But you do have on here, as you can see, you can go past max to ultra. This is the only phone that I've seen that on. This is the only phone that I own that I've seen that on. And yeah, the gaming performance is going to be top notch. You got your air triggers as well, which work really well. I don't use it for shooting games because, like I said, you know, I'm not really into it like that. But I do use it for certain games like Alto, which I'll show you. But as far as like gaming stuff, this phone is just buttery smooth. It's got the Snapdragon 865 plus chip on here. You also have 128 gigs of internal storage and 8 or 12 gigs of RAM, depending on which model you go for. And this phone does not have any SD card support, oddly. So I'm not sure why they took that out, but it does not have that. But yeah, the gaming experience, especially with games that are compatible with a high refresh rate, the 144 Hz, everything is going to feel extremely snappy, extremely smooth on this phone. So it is like really great for gaming, honestly, if you're really serious about gaming on your phone. Because some people honestly will get the phone, some people will get this phone and really not use it for gaming just because you got the RGB lights, you got the front-facing speakers, which are amazing. So even if you're not a gamer, this is still a great phone to pick up regardless, and you don't have any type of punch hole or notch. There's a lot of reasons to get this phone, you know, besides just, you know, the gaming thing. This is a game that I actually like using the air triggers on, this Alto game. Like, I'm not really good at it, but as you can see, the air trigger icons pop up and everything. So you can see I like using it for games like this. Not so much for, you know, the shooting stuff, because honestly, I don't really like the touch screen controls like that. And some people don't like the air triggers on this phone at all. They think it's gimmicky and think it's stupid, but like I said, it's something that you would have to try and see if you like it or not. Also, things that are extremely fast on this phone, the fingerprint scanner is blazing fast on here as well. Something that I really like, and it's at the perfect you know, alignment on the screen. So like some of them be down here, this one's at a really nice spot. And also face unlock is like super smooth, super fast on here as well. Also another thing that you should know, the cameras on here. How do I feel about the cameras? It's still probably the least impressive thing about this phone. This phone is just gonna give you very average looking photos. It's not gonna give you, like, for 600 bucks, like, I'm trying to think of its competition. 600 bucks, you probably will look at Galaxy S20 FE. Phones like that are gonna take, you know, much better pictures than this. The photos are fine for what they are. I'm just saying, for 600 bucks, you are just gonna get average quality images, average video. And I think it looks good for a point and shoot. I think it looks fine. But like I said, compared to, you know, other phones in this price range, you know, this is not the standout feature. But honestly, I never knocked the phone for that, because honestly, it's a gaming phone. So I don't think people that are buying this phone really care about the cameras like that. So, you know, other than that, everything else is just super solid on here. You do have ASUS's settings mode where you can play around with your game library and stuff, which stuff that I don't really play around your X mode with. On here, it'll give you CPU, GPU information, system temperature and stuff like that, your remaining time, battery, all sorts of stuff. It'll give you your air triggers, fan speeds, system lighting. You can mess with that. It has all of the little cool stuff that you can mess with this application. So like I said, I'm not a huge gamer, but there's a lot of stuff that you can play with on this phone. So yeah, that's just my update on the Asus ROG Phone 3. I still think it's extremely solid in 2021. I think one of the best things about this phone, this thing has killer battery life, guys. Like, it's really, really great. You actually have a 6,000 milliamp battery, 30-watt fast charging, so it charges pretty fast as well. You also have reverse charging as well at 10 watts, so I can, charge another device with this guy, use it as a power bank or something like that. So yeah, battery life is excellent on here. I can never kill this phone in a day, even with like the amount of gaming that I do. And also you see your Game Genie right here as well. So you have a bunch of quick toggle settings and stuff like that. It'll show you FPS and all that stuff. But like I said, if you're not into gaming, you probably won't really care about that stuff. But yeah, this is just an awesome phone still. And like the main thing about this phone, like I said, I love the RGB lights on here, the front facing speakers. Those are two things that has kept this phone around for me personally. It's just, you can't get that experience on a lot of phones. So what do you guys think? Be sure to let me know, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.